Southern Vangard Radio, this is DJ John Doe, and right in front of me is my man.
Woo!
What's good, homie?
What's the deal, homie?
Get yourself situated over there, please, by all means.
I'm closing doors and shit. I'm sorry.
By all means.
Yeah.
By all means.
You know, I live in a house full of haters. I mean, women. I mean, haters.
I'm not touching that one.
You know what I mean?
I do too. I got a bunch of haters in my house too. On my 4 kids, they say they love me. They don't love me.
They don't love you.
They don't love me. They just ask me for shit.
Right.
You know.
That's all we good for is material shit. Sick of this shit.
What's the score?
Big homie.
What's the score, man? What's the score now? I haven't been keeping up.
Shit, 86, 89, Miami up by 3.
See, they're closing the gap.
Yeah, this their best shot tonight.
They're closing the gap.
They better get this motherfucker tonight.
Oh, shit, man.
Big homie, what's good, man?
Shit, you know, well, we were on break last week. My kids were on fall break. You know, we have kind of like a weird thing here in Georgia with schools and shit. I know you know about it, Meeks, because obviously you've been here since the late 80s. But, yeah, man, my kids were on fall break, and we just kind of decided, we kind of pulled the Meeks, what you pulled a couple of weeks ago. Said, fuck it, man, we're up out of here.
Just broke out, went
to the beach.
Gotta do it, man.
Of course, social distancing and masking and all that shit. So don't get your fucking panties in a wad and think I was out there doing a bunch of irresponsible shit.
Ugly looks I got the Monday after I came back from the beach. Like, I had to call my director and be like, "Hey, look, I don't know what the fuck going on, but I'm gonna end up slapping the fuck out of one of these motherfuckers. They look at me crazy again." You might want to talk to somebody.
They mad at your Instagram post over the weekend.
Yeah, I was balling. Don't be mad at a baller.
That white sand in the Gulf will do it, man. They see that white sand,
man.
They think you're in fucking the Caribbean or some shit.
Come on, man. I wish I had been in the Caribbean. I wouldn't have come back to this raggedy bitch. Anyway.
How are you, Eddie?
I'm well.
How are you, James?
Sir. I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain.
What'd you get into this weekend?
Wouldn't do no good anyway.
What'd you get into this weekend? You called me yesterday, and I was not back from my trip.
Yeah, not a whole lot, man. I just was relaxing, man. I ain't doing no yard work or no shit like that.
All right. Well, that's about over with.
Yeah, that last cut I did is held up well. I think I got to do one more though.
Yeah, I think I got one more too.
Yeah, I think I got one more, and then I'm gonna have to check for the leaves when they start falling and shit. But other than that, man, I'm chilling, man. I just been laying low. I got out with Pocket last night. He came through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
what's
had
up
a
with
drink
P.O.
with me, and you know, I don't know what happened to him, but he's trying to get me to put some music out, and I'm not with that shit. So,
well, we got an EP in the chamber. We've at least got to let that thing go.
Whatever.
You don't want to let that?
Y'all ain't talking about shit.
You don't want to let that out?
Man, y'all keep talking about that shit. Y'all ain't trying to do nothing, man. I thought I was going to be on Soul Spasm a couple of years ago, and that shit fell off. I'm through fucking with y'all on this music shit. Y'all can have it. So anyway,
if you guys could see Meeks right now, I mean, of course we're still virtual because I cannot convince my wife that having anyone in the house is a safe thing to do.
I'm trying to come by there, man.
You can come by all you want, and we can chill outside. If we can figure out a way to do this podcast outside, we'd be in business.
I'm gonna leave that up to you, man.
I can't figure that out.
I'm coming by there this week.
You can come by.
If don't nobody come to the motherfucking door, I'm going to throw a rock through your motherfucking window. I bet somebody come outside then.
Dude, I tell anybody, I'm like, look, you can come by and see me all you want. We just got to be outside.
I ain't tripping off that.
Like I told you, we can sit in the driveway and fucking get as, obnoxious as we want to.
I'm with it.
See if we can
That's all I want to do.
See if we can get the HOA to call in.
That's all I want to do. You live in a predominantly white subdivision. I would love to have the police come out and be like, well, we got a call about a disturbance. I was like, yeah, just me and my homie out here drinking bourbon, man. We ain't hurt nobody, man. We just take care of little business.
Yeah.
We ain't hurt nobody.
Check the records. Those HOA dues are current.
Right. You probably about the only one paying your HOA too, home. Just like me. Some more okie doke shit. Bullshit, man.
The mortgage is current and the HOA dues are fulfilled.
Paid up.
Paid in full. Paid in full.
Yeah, we get to use all the amenities.
You know what we should do? They just closed down the pool. This is the last thing I'll say, and we'll move on. They just closed down the pool. That's what we need to go down and do. We need to hang out at the fucking pool that's closed.
We'll hang out at the pool and shit. You going to jail, man. But nah, man, it was a quiet weekend, man. I had a frustrating week. So I really enjoyed this weekend for what it was. It wasn't a whole lot going on, but I have enjoyed it.
Good, man. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right,
and I'm glad y'all got away, man.
Yeah, it was a good time. You know, we're getting ready to hunker down and push through the winter, man. So
no doubt.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, I guess we better get into this fucking rap shit.
Yeah, this is a podcast.
This is a podcast. You don't need to hear, two over 40, middle-aged
curmudgeons,
fucking curmudgeons and losers, obviously, talk shit for much longer. So
Big L7s.
Big L7s. Yeah, man. So this is the first time you're tuning in. Perhaps you're a fan of the gentleman that we're speaking to this evening for our Thursday interview session, or perhaps you just stumbled across this little podcast somehow. If this is the first time you're listening, welcome. If this is the 500th time you're listening, welcome as well. This is Southern Vangard Radio. It's DJ John Doe. It's Eddie Meeks. We drop twice a week on Tuesdays. It's a mix show. All the latest and greatest hip-hop. No old shit. All, cutting edge, bleeding edge, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Fresh out the oven hip-hop, cut up and sliced up like it should be. Me and Meeks talking just a gang of shit. Usually drinking something good, which we are tonight. Usually it's bourbon. And then on Thursdays, we have an interview session with an MC or a DJ or could be like a photographer or a behind-the-scene type person that has to do with this culture that we love so much and hold so near and dear to our hearts. So all the mushy shit aside, please make sure you follow, share, like, and subscribe and all that stuff on whatever your favorite platform is. We're on all of them: SoundCloud, Mixcloud, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Google Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts. And, Meeks, we have some affiliates that help us out as well. Spread the word.
We do. Shouts out to atlhiphop.com. I am classicrawradio.net. Returning to BoomBap Radio, WRBB. X Squad Radio, X Squad affiliates, all those in Atlanta. And then we venture out to the West Coast with Soul Public Radio.
All righty. All right.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gents, tonight, or this afternoon or this morning, whenever you happen to be listening to this gentleman here has a brand new record out with a good friend of ours, the one and only ROB VIKTUM. You've heard his music here on the radio several times. You've heard interviews with ROB VIKTUM. And you know what? For whatever reason, Rob decided not to show up for the interview tonight. But that's okay. Fuck him. And I'm just playing with you. I'm just fucking with you, Rob. You weren't supposed to be here. I thought you were supposed to be here. But anyway,
Rob delegated like a motherfucker.
He did. That's that fucking man.
Executive privilege like a motherfucker. I ain't mad at you, Rob. I'm not the type of shit I would do.
Exactly.
If Docino had a album that was bubbling right now, I'd be like, y'all talk to John. I don't want to talk to you.
I'm not doing interviews.
I'm not doing interviews right now.
Anyway,
enough money involved. I'm not fucking with y'all.
Anyway,
shouts out to ROB VIKTUM.
Yeah,
though. He's the homie, man.
Yes, sir. So anywho, long story short, Rob has just dropped an album with this gentleman last week. Actually, we were supposed to have the exclusive on it, and I decided at the last minute to get the fuck out of Dodge, so we just pushed it back a week. Anyway, without any further ado, ladies and gents, the one and only Shyste.
Shyste, what's up,
Shyste.
What's up, fellas? What's up?
You got it.
How are you, man?
It's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Albany, New York, in the building.
Yes, sir.
518.
So Shyste, is it normal for Rob to just, blow people off like this? Whoa, pause. Is it normal for him to?
Oh my God.
Well, he was.
Is it normal for him to not show up? He was
supposed to be my best man a couple years ago. Blew me off.
At the wedding?
Yeah. Day of.
I had that happen to me, man. How did you feel?
Inside, really? Little hurt.
Dude. I had a tux for a cat and everything, and he didn't show up because him and the girl got to fighting.
See?
I'm like, so you picked that bitch over me? Like, what the fuck?
His priorities is fucked up.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
And there seems to be a pattern, I guess, with this guy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Rob didn't know he was going to be roasted on his fucking interview that he set up. I love it.
His ears burning like a motherfucker right now. We roasting the shit out of Rob right now.
All right, so all the shit talking aside, Shyste, the Beautiful Hoax dropped last Friday, right? What was it?
Man.
October 2nd? Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Whatever. Well, last Friday. It's out.
Friday, October.
October 4th is today. I had that wrong, Meeks. Ignore
crazy.
that. Ignore that in the topics, Meeks. That's a typo.
October 2nd. That was my daughter's birthday. Shout out to Jazz.
Happy birthday.
She just turned 20. Trying to grow up in the game and shit like that. So shouts out to her. So Friday, October 2nd, Statue of Liberty on the cover. What's up with that?
Yeah. That was we were trying to think of some kind of visuals that would go along with it. The picture itself.
The Beautiful Hoax. I get it.
Yeah.
That's dope.
The eyes are all blasted out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we started building on it. Rob came up with it. He dug up that picture though.
Okay.
That's actually, that's the face of the Statue of Liberty as it was being built.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so people are taking pictures out in front of it and whatnot.
That's ill, man. So what's the story behind the title of the? I guess it's an EP, right? You consider this an EP, probably, Shyste?
Well, it's
LP?
12 joints.
It's 12 joints.
That's
LP. Okay,
album.
all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a full name.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like usually happens, it was going to start out that way, but he hit me up one day and was like, "You want to do another album?" I was like, "Yeah." So he dropped 20 beats in my mailbox.
Word.
Yeah, it just happened like that.
Okay. Hold up, Shyste. So were you on your way? Are you on your way out? Like you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out? What's up?
Nah, well, ironically, I sort of was getting there, but especially after the COVID hit, everybody started jumping back into their creative stuff because they're at home and whatnot. So I just started getting flooded with a lot of stuff. But Rob actually hit me up right before that. So that was just him reaching out. We had done an album a few years back called Checkmate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he did his thing for a little while. I did my thing for a little while. And he just hit me up. And so,
okay.
He knows I'm always down to work. You know what I mean? It's just like a gentleman's agreement. Yeah. Let's drop some hot shit.
I got you.
You were on you were on one of the Bad Guy EPs that he dropped over the summer too, right?
Yep. Ironside.
Yeah, I think
Ironside was
it's the same one. I did cuts on the joint with Fast and
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So we were on that joint together, kind of. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I think he's got. What was the other one? It was Hurley, I think.
Oh, you were on that one too?
No, I'm not on that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, there's 3. There's 2 that's dropped. There's another one getting ready to drop, I think.
And I think he's got one more after that too.
Yeah.
He's a busy man.
Yeah, he is. So so talk to us about. I mean, other than just you guys coming back together again. You got a couple features. Let's talk about those and kind of what your goal was with the record.
Well, my goal going into any record is I just kind of like, especially if I get a batch of beats, I go at every song specifically towards that song. So, whatever concept I come up with or whatever, or just the flow of it or whatever, that's going to be distinct to that beat, and he might send me another one that might have a different sample, sound a little bit grimier. So I'm going to adjust to that. I'm going to meet him halfway on that kind of thing.
Okay.
So as I go through, I go song for song, basically, and then at the end of it, kind of try to piece together fluidity, from like a basic kind of premise underneath it. You know what I mean? Okay.
All right.
So I mean the name Beautiful Hoax, that was just the title track that's on there. That we're going to be dropping a video for soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking awesome. It's going to be there should be a trigger warning on it, possibly.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, like if you check the song A Beautiful Hoax, you'll get the subject matter and whatnot. So It's clowning a lot of some of the shit that's going on nowadays.
Gotcha.
Got you.
Right.
Yeah, so and he just thought the name was dope, and we should just cross that over onto the call the whole project that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. How'd you get Apathy and Ren Thomas on this project?
Those are both through Rob. He's worked with both of them in the past. So we were talking about like what we want to do for features, if we want to get like a lot or a couple really solid ones. So we went with the 2 solid ones. Mm-hmm. Rob hooked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was all on Rob. He hooked it up.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. I've done a few other tracks with Ren actually too in the past. So it's just kind of ironic that he pulled Ren out of the cut. I was like,
I was going to ask. Right.
I've worked with Ren a few times. So
okay, all right.
That's dope.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Ren Thomas.
Yes, sir. Yep. Beautiful, man. So you got. I mean, Rob's in Texas. Obviously, you're in New York. You guys didn't get together in the lab for this one. I take it just flying stuff back and forth. I assume.
Yeah, yep. You basically send me some beats. I'll get an idea what I'm fucking with.
Mm-hmm.
Send back some ideas. I usually send back like a rough draft.
Right.
This is where I'm going with. Are you cool with it? Do you not like it or whatever? We can switch it up if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just build on it from there.
How you like that process, Shyste?
I enjoy it. It's kind of how I do it. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to feel like I'm Bogarting a track. You know what I mean? Like I always feel like I'm meeting the producer halfway, and we're gonna make something different out of that. You know what I mean? Like I don't ever want to feel like this dude just gave me a beat and I just want to be completely just Shyste all over it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that makes sense. But no, it's like it's a co-creation to me. So I'm more about meeting the producer halfway. Like this is totally 50-50.
Okay.
Input as well as output. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. But what's that work dynamic like? Like you got a set up at the crib, or do you?
Yeah. I got my little studio at my crib.
Okay.
Yeah, I got just enough to basically record my own vocals.
That's dope. I fuck with that.
Yeah, so I just get a nice bass sound out, and usually I send it out to somebody else to get mastered. Like PJ KATZ. I know you have PJ KATZ on.
Yeah.
That's my man.
We've
been doing since way back.
Oh, really? Okay. I did not know that. All right.
Yeah, like teenagers in high school, we was making music.
Really?
Dope,
okay.
Dope.
Yeah. But so I usually send it out to somebody like this, but Rob wanted to get his feet wet with like mastering. He also did some video work on the Bars Up video. Like he did all that. So I thought that was cool. He got to get his feet wet. Yeah. So this time, basically, we agreed on what we liked, and I just sent it through to him. Raw vocals, the vocals are tight. I make sure like my shit sounds right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've been engineering my own voice for like 15 years now, you know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
All
more.
right.
So you know what's up.
Right. So they got enough. Whoever that is has enough to work with. You know, they're not gonna get some garbage ass sounding, you know, way too many highs and bad P's and T's and S's and shit like that.
Yeah. Oh, so you're really into it.
I find it to be really easy. You know, it's a nice back and forth kind of thing. You know, and if he has any kind of like criticisms or whatever, I'm open to that. You know, I'm not the type to be like, you know, this is my shit. You can't tell me. You know, don't tell me to switch the chorus up, you know, or something like that.
Right.
I'm not that dude. I'll be like, all right, fuck it, we'll go somewhere else with it. You know?
Right.
Yeah. So. You know what? It's that's interesting. Meeks, I mean, you know, you and I never work like that, man. You're so fucking difficult all the time. I just man. I mean, you're talking about not wanting to put any music out. I mean, like, you know, if you were a little bit more, you know, flexible like this guy.
See, that's that bullshit, man. That's that bullshit. Yeah. I can have company at my house. Like I got, you know what I'm saying? I got people at my house right now. You know what I'm saying? It's COVID free over here.
Are you doing tests before you come in the door?
Marijuana is legal over here. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So it's just like, you know, you the one that's some bullshit, man. Don't put that
you're
shit
right.
on me.
You're right, I am.
Nah, but for real,
you're right.
For real though, Shyste, I've been kind of lagging on that. Getting my own setup just to at least record vocals. Mm-hmm. I think for me, that would change a lot of the shit that I do music wise. I mean, at the same time, I'm trying to like really like put this shit behind me because I really like what we're doing with the podcast right now. Mm-hmm. But I think it's safe to say if I did have that ability to do something like that within the own confines of my home, my productivity probably would be a little bit higher than what it is right now. Let me ask you this. Do you ever have to tweak the beats that you get sent to get your work completed?
You mean like fuck around with the sound quality and
not really the sound quality, but like the structure of it. Like
yeah, I will sometimes.
You'll loop it to make it fit your bars or whatever.
Yeah. Like say they send me 16 bars, I wanna go like another 18 or 20 or something like that. Yeah, I can always like copy and paste. And
okay.
What I do a lot of too is I'll actually drop the entire beat out real quick at the end of a bar. Like I'm about to drop the punchline or whatever. To yank the whole entire beat out for just air, and then it just centers on the words that you said.
Yeah.
Drop the whole thing back in.
Gotcha.
I like doing that, so I do that a lot in post production.
Nice.
Well, if you hang out with PJ KATZ and you're not able to,
pick up something. I
don't know what the fuck. I mean, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you being? Are you being assaulted, Meeks? What is going on right now?
Man. Hey man, call 911, man. I feel for my life right now. I'm scared. Call now. Hell no.
Just got assaulted.
Oh my God. I feel like such a punk right now.
It's bad timing.
Y'all just watch me get my ass beat.
Oh man. Shyste, how'd you and Rob meet, man? What's that story?
Damn. It was actually kind of weird because we have mutual friends.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I remember at some point, like right before we did Checkmate, which was probably like 4 years ago now, maybe even more.
Okay.
He posted up on Facebook or something like that, and he just literally tagged me in it. And he was like, if me and Shyste ever did an album, like it'd be fucking amazing or something to that extent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and I didn't really know him personally at that point. So,
oh really?
I knew who he was. I had heard of him and whatnot. But so I immediately hit him up. I was like, if you're serious, we can definitely do an album. So
word.
We just linked like that. It was that easy.
So I actually asked him how you guys connected. This is one question that I did ask him that I would ask him if he was here, but he's not. But he said that you guys met at the New Yorican when you were on tour with AWAR.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. Little memory jog there.
What year are we talking about, Shyste?
Oh, wow. I was doing a tour called the Climate Control Tour. Oh, goddamn. I don't even know. I'm like an in the moment guy, so like my timelines are awful.
Oh yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah,
I just asked because we happen to be fortunate enough to perform at the Nuyorican. Actually kind of tore that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Flacco, who put us on stage at night and shit like that. But shouts out to Prophetics. We have touched the stage at the Nuyorican. That shit was amazing. You know what I mean? So that's why I was wondering what year that was. I think that was 2000 for us, wasn't it?
It was, 2000. Fall of 2000, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like maybe 7 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 7 years ago.
So Nuyorican still popping.
Is Nuyorican still around? I
don't know.
Okay. I mean, I know, post COVID, there ain't shit around, but
ain't shit popping.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's right. Like I did forget about that though, because actually AWAR set up the show, and so AWAR, we were just chilling, setting up merch and whatnot, and AWAR was like, "Yo, this is Rob," and I was like, "What up, Rob? Nice to meet you." Whatever. I didn't know it was him though, and then he like tagged me. He was like, "That's Rob VIKTUM, the producer," and I was like, "Oh shit," you know what I mean?
Okay, all right.
All right, my bad. I didn't know it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Dope. So
right outside Nuyorican. Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. So how'd you get into this rap shit, Shyste? Like, what's that story like?
Shit. Teenage angst.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah. Well, I was always I started listening to hip hop pretty early on, like mid '80s, I'd say.
Okay.
So I was already into it. By the time I hit high school, I was in that stage of just kind of playing around with it, like freestyling, fucking around.
All right. So you're old like us.
Oh yeah. I feel right at home with you guys.
All right.
Yeah, look at
mid 40-year-old.
Look at that patch of gray in his beard right there. I got the same exact patch.
Right,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we are right in the same category. I feel at home right now.
Word.
Hell
All right. Cool.
Curmudgeons talking shit.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Sipping on something.
Yes, sir. That's right. So,
so then
do you have a family member or something that was into music, or like how'd you get the music?
I had a lot of my family is actually into music. Nobody really like went crazy far with it.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I never really learned much from them about music. But I think maybe that kind of pushed me in the performing aspect. Because they'd be free to step up and start singing or playing the guitar or the piano or whatever.
Right.
They're just free to do that. They didn't have any, concerns about doing that in front of people. So I think that might have helped me out with that aspect of things.
Gotcha.
Like just getting up and not giving a fuck,
Yeah.
Yeah, but so in high school, I was playing hoop in high school. I was pretty good in hoop. And I was supposed to go on and get a couple of scholarships in college that I blew for, attitude problem and shit like that. And I didn't really want to go to college, man. I just wasn't into it. So I needed something else to kind of like take up my time.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. So a friend of mine told me I should try it. He was actually, this is how I met PJ KATZ. A friend of mine was working on music with him. And he was like, yo, I got these friends of mine that we were down in the basement. We're making beats. He had the ESP12 or the 16 plus.
Oh, EPS. Yeah. That's right. We talked about that on the interview.
Yeah. So, we're down in like his parents' basement and shit. And like, that's the first time I met PJ KATZ. And that's literally when I started rapping. Like he started making actual music for me to like write original shit on,
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
That's dope.
And it's crazy because now he went and bought his parents' house. And so his studio now is in the same area as it was like 20 some odd years ago.
Oh, did we know that, Meeks?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't recall.
I don't remember that. That's ill.
So it's kind of a trip to go over there and record in his crib now.
I bet it is.
Remembering what it was like 20 some odd years ago when we were like in high school.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, me and him go way back.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
All right. So
So then that's when I started like focusing on it a little more.
Okay.
And but I was just kind of like freewheeling it. Like I didn't know what I was doing. I was just listening to everybody else say, oh, you should do this, you should do that. You know, send your demos out to radio DJs and shit like that. You know, so I just did it. I just went with the wind. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, and it kind of went off from there.
Yeah. When did you figure out you had something? Like, when did you figure out, like, oh, I'm actually decent at this, or was that some sort of confirmation?
I had at some point I had moved out of Albany, and a friend of mine who had a studio, he was moving down to Virginia Beach, so I kind of followed him down there so I could hang out. You know, I got a little bullshit job. I sold weed and shit when I was down there.
All right.
But it was mostly so I could be in that studio and be recording all the time.
Oh, Teddy Riley, right?
Yeah. Yes. And I think Timberland was down there at the time too.
Nah, tell me about this weed you were selling. Was it some red?
Allegedly.
It was bullshit.
Allegedly.
It was some dirt weed.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I was doing what I had to do. I had to help out with the rent, so I was doing
No doubt.
But from there, I had sent out some demos on cassette tapes that went out. And one ended up down in Miami. And a ex-pop star down there heard it. And literally the only contact number on it was my mother's house in Albany.
Okay.
And so this dude, he was in a pop group. Like, I'm not going to say his name because it went sour. Like, it didn't end good. So I wouldn't even want to say his name and shit. But
we would know who it is.
Huh?
We would know who it is if you said it.
Well, his face was on pillowcases and shit. They had dolls.
Oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't know who that is.
Yeah. My little sister, and my cousins, they were infatuated with these guys. Okay, it was a little guy group.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
One of those.
Okay.
So anyhow, this guy, he heard my demo, and at the time, he was trying to like resurge as a hip hop producer. He wanted to be a hip hop guy.
Okay.
And yeah, so he was putting out a single that was his production, and then he wanted to have a couple remixes that had some rapping on it. So he hit me up. Well, he hit my mother up. She thought I was pulling some shit on her. You know what I mean? She couldn't believe who the fuck it was because he was so pumped. He was like, "Hi, I'm so and so from,
no way,
that group and shit." Yeah. And she was like, so she thought I was fucking with her. And I was like, I feel like you're fucking with me. Like, why would that guy be calling looking for me? That's crazy, you know? So she gave him the number in Virginia Beach. He hit me up in Virginia Beach and he flew me down for like a weekend. And I just recorded in his studio and shit. And he was just feeling it. So he asked if I would be interested in recording an album, or like a full-length album. Like, you might have talked to PJ KATZ about it.
We did. I'm putting it together now in my head. Okay. Yeah.
So I brought him down because the beats weren't that great. You know what I mean? Like, so I was on some trying to like take advantage of the situation, knowing that like what the music he was making wasn't what I was into. Mm-hmm. And like figuring I could maybe like manipulate it a little bit, you know?
Right.
And so my first manipulation was talking him into bringing PJ KATZ down.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So then we brought KATZ down and we just set up like a living situation and shit for us, and we started working on stuff.
Okay.
And then it just went sour at the end.
Yeah.
KATZ left before I did. KATZ left like a year before I did. I stayed out for a little bit and tried to stick it out, but
yeah,
I wasn't really into that shit anyhow, man. I'm one of those dudes that's totally against like Hollywood and celebrities and shit right now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was around those motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
Yeah, it was South Beach and that was like the early 2000s when like all the dudes was going down there trying to have parties and shit.
Yeah.
Like Puffy had just bought like I was inside like Puffy parties and shit. You know?
Oh,
what I mean?
Oh my God! Okay,
not bragging.
Not bragging at all. But
like,
now that you bring it up, take us inside a Puffy party, man. What's happening?
Oh no, I didn't even stay that long. That's what I'm saying. It's just
you're a smart man.
Too much.
You're a smart man.
Yeah, not my vibe down there.
Damn. All right.
In the words of another Miami legend, you smart. You smart.
Yeah. There's some creeps, man. Like those people are a little weird.
That shit's as fucked up as it seems, right? Right, Shyste? Just that Hollywood celebrity shit. Like that whole world's pretty fucked up, right?
Yeah. And like I said, like I didn't get too deep in it. Like it was one of the main reasons like I decided to Because basically what ended up happening is he actually ended up giving me a contract, and he was jerking the shit out of me on the contract.
Sure.
And I was smart enough to know that. So I basically like deaded him on it. But one of the other reasons that kind of like pushed me in that direction and made me feel a little more comfortable with being like fuck off was I didn't like it. I didn't like it down there. I didn't like the people.
Yeah.
Well, it is what you'd expect it. They all think they're the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, mad fake and
yeah.
Yeah, we can get all that other weird shit, but that's for
I got you.
A different podcast.
I got you. Right.
No doubt.
All that Holly weird shit.
Yeah, right. All right. Crazy,
so,
man.
So I ended up taking off and coming back up to Albany.
Okay. All right.
Gotcha.
So where'd you I guess kind of where'd you learn the ropes? Was it in Albany? Were you going into the city much, or like where were you? What were your stomping grounds kind of coming up?
It was just kind of all over. I would definitely go down to the city, check out shows here and there.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not a great politicker, so I'm not somebody that goes somewhere is constantly trying to meet somebody in order to meet somebody else. That's just not my thing as a person. So
yeah.
But I'm more the type to sit back and watch and observe, and learn that way.
Yeah, gotcha. All right. Beautiful.
Yo, Shyste.
Yeah.
You in Albany. Mm-hmm. And upstate New York has got the game by the short hairs right now.
You think so?
But
absolutely.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Buffalo, Rochester,
all that shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? What's your thoughts on that? How you feel about that?
I think it's a long time coming.
Mm-hmm.
We've been grinding it out upstate for a very long time. Yeah, that's all I can say. Like all these dudes, and what I like about it is none of it's all glammed out whack shit.
Yeah, it's real shit,
like
right?
It's real shit.
Yeah,
that's some hardcore shit.
Nobody's trying to front. Nobody's trying to like act all flamboyant and whatnot. Like I love that. Because that's what reminds me of upstate. Like it gets in the winters, it gets freezing cold. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a deep freeze. It's just cold and grimy and whatnot. In the summer, dudes just come out, wild out, have fun. Like that's what upstate is to me, like the feel of it, So
yeah,
that's why you hear that music, like, especially from up in Buffalo, that music's cold sounding,
No doubt.
Yeah.
Definitely got a vibe to it.
Yeah.
Is there anybody right now, like upstate? I mean, maybe in your area, just somebody that you personally fuck with that we should be checking for?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Well, that's tough, man, because Albany's loaded. I got my homie, his name's Exquisite.
Mm-hmm.
He's from the Pine Hills area. He's been around for a while. I got a couple songs out with him already. So me and him have been collaborating a little bit. I got my homie Defiant. He's a fast spitter. He's like a machine gun when he spits. He's real nice. You know what I mean? There's Juice Mega. So many. Animal Cracker, the like F-Word Records, like.
Oh, I think we played a couple of his joints, maybe.
Yeah. This is just a lot. You know what I mean? Like
I got to get plugged into some more of those guys up there, Shyste. You got to plug me in, man, because we're always looking for that raw shit, that underground shit. So
yeah,
no doubt. That's why I was asking.
I think the thing is with a lot of them though, like, and even with myself included, like, put out a lot of product, but it never really kind of breaks a certain barrier. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. Mm-hmm. It's like a local acknowledgement. Doesn't really break too much further off from that.
Yeah,
so a lot of people aren't really aware of it.
Yeah.
But if you're from here, you're obviously aware of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, but everybody's thorough, man. And there's a ton of guys that like I don't even fuck with that are good. I just don't know like that.
Yeah.
And they're dope too. You know what I mean? Like there's definitely a lot of dudes over here.
Word. Beautiful. So what's in store for the rest of the year, man? Is this going to be the project that takes you takes you to the end of the year? Are you working on something else or prepping for 2021 or?
Well, I got a lot in the cut. I actually got I got an EP in the cut and another full length in the cut that are all recorded.
Okay.
And so I just got to get them mastered. I was working on them as we were kind of waiting as we were mixing down the Beautiful Hoax.
Okay.
While we're handling all that post stuff, I was working on these other songs too. So
okay.
I have one. The EP is going to be called Luciferous Cain, and that's going to be like 6 joints, and that's with a producer from Canada named Pretty Ugly.
Okay.
And then I have a full length that I'm dropping, and I'm calling AG Bars.
Okay.
Which is going to be super hard. You know what I mean? It's going to be a bunch of different producers. PJ KATZ will be on there. Jack of all trades. He's from upstate.
Okay.
DNA Beats. He's from Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's going to be a mix on there.
Right.
That joint is going to be fire. Like,
okay.
I'm really happy with that. Yeah.
All right.
So I'm just gonna. I want to give this joint with Rob. It's time to breathe.
Sure.
And cycle around. I don't want to drown people out with shit. So
yeah.
But I definitely got a bunch of shit in the cut ready to go.
Beautiful, man.
No doubt.
All right, well, we're gonna get into some of these joints on the show. So if you had to pick, just give me one. Like, what's your go-to? Like, don't pick a single. Like, what's an album cut or like, what's a joint that I don't know you like to ride to or.
One, I think, all right, one that's dope to ride to. That's The Day.
Okay, I got it right here.
Got it?
All right, beautiful. All right, so we'll make sure we get that in the mix there.
Cool.
That's your joint. Meeks, you got anything else, man?
Nah, man, just Shyste, just keep in touch with us, man. Let us know what's going on with you. Sound like you're a little bit of a workaholic, man. And we hate for you to feel like your efforts are not being respected. So you got a home here. You got new joints. Yeah, you got new joints you want to, throw out to the people and get some feedback. You can always send it our way, man.
No, I appreciate you. I love that. Thank you, guys.
No doubt.
I'll definitely be sending you some hot shit.
Okay, cool. And one other thing, man, you ever, want to get that white liquor out of your life, man, bourbon is something that you would enjoy.
I think I'm getting there.
Okay.
I think in my life, I think I'm starting to hit that transition.
Okay. At the least, it'll even your beard out, man. You start drinking bourbon, you'll get that other white patch on the other side, and then you'll be straight, man. You'll be straight.
Wise words, man.
No doubt.
At least in the wintertime, Shyste, man. Bourbon is so good in the wintertime, man. Fucking warm you up a little bit. So
yeah. I appreciate the advice, fellas.
Hell yeah. Shyste, we appreciate you, man. Good talking to you, man.
I had a good time. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Shyste, real quick, man, tell everybody where they can, all your socials and more importantly, where they can go support you guys, buy the project or stream it or whatever you guys are doing right now with the record.
The Beautiful Hoax is on basically all those streams. It's on Bandcamp. You can go to ROB VIKTUM's Bandcamp.
Okay.
And it's on too. As far as me, my IG is Cronkite's Corner. My YouTube is Shyste Cronkite. Facebook, Shyste Cronkite.
All right.
The typical stuff, yeah.
Okay. All right, beautiful.
And you can go to 518shyste.com and you get some of my previous albums that dropped prior.
Beautiful.
Dope.
All right.
Yeah.
Shyste,
I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, brother.
We appreciate you, man.
You have a good one.
All right, man. All right, we'll be in touch. Peace.
Later.
Yes,
Peace.
Sir.
Peace, y'all.
All right, Meeks.
Yeah, homie.
And there you go.
Yeah, man.
The Beautiful Hoax.
Shouts out to ROB VIKTUM.
What a title. I mean, these guys are. How are you going to drop an album called The Beautiful Hoax on the day that the president announces that he's contracted COVID?
Perfect timing, man. Perfect timing, man. And now this motherfucker doing drive-bys and about to get out the hospital on Monday. Like goddamn, you just went Friday, man. You getting out on Monday? Like,
dog, you were at the debate on Tuesday.
Man.
You got COVID on fucking Thursday, hospital on Friday. You do a fucking victory lap on Sunday, and you're back into fucking White House on Monday? That does not fucking add up.
Yeah, everybody in America should feel like a straight bitch right now.
Dude.
Everybody except me and you, because we see this shit as it's happening. This some bullshit, man.
Oh, my God.
There's some bullshit. And y'all motherfuckers continue to let this shit pop off. Anything that happened to you, you deserve that shit. I'm not with that shit. I'm calling bullshit on all this shit.
Yeah, I'm with
Fuck
you, dude.
that shit.
It's all kinds of crazy.
Shit crazy, man.
All right, so the Beautiful Hoax is
Hoax.
We're living it right now, but you can also go buy the album.
Hoax with the Statue of Liberty on the cover. Dig
Dude,
that.
That might be I might have to change my profile picture to that shit for the rest of the year.
Right.
You know? Yeah, Shyste and ROB VIKTUM, The Beautiful Hoax is out everywhere. Features from Apathy and Ren Thomas, fucking bangers. And yeah, we're going to get into a few joints. If you go back to episode 266, you can hear a bunch of those joints. You can hear some other exclusives. And yeah, man, we are the Guard, Smithsonian grade, twice a week, you bitches.
Southern Vangard Radio, y'all. We out.
Peace.